This Jedi is an enemy of the Republic. To be executed immediately.
Palpatine.
Attack!
You betrayed the Empire. You betrayed me.
Hey guys, what is up? Cyber Gaming here, and welcome back to the Star Wars Battlefront 3 show. Now, Star Wars Day is over, but that does not mean the fun has to end, because we have hit the jackpot. Footage has surfaced within the past 8 hours now of an alpha version of Free Radical Star Wars Battlefront 3. Now, if you will remember, P2P Online did leak a pre-alpha version, which looked like it was coming along, but not quite as good as we'd all like to see. But this leaked footage here of the actual alpha of the game will change your opinions forever. So as you can see here on screen, currently is a little bit of this gameplay. This gameplay was leaked by a user called Blue Monkey on Vimeo and found within the depths of Reddit. No news outlets have actually picked this up yet, and so I'm proud to kind of give you a little bit of an exclusive here. And this is just like incredible footage. I'm going to roll through a variety of different clips. I'm not going to show you all of the gameplay. It's not my job. I encourage you to go to the Vimeo link in the description if you want to watch the full. But you can stick around here to hear my thoughts on the remaining gameplay. So there's so much awesome stuff going on here. And one of the scenes here, I don't know where I'm actually going to put it, you'll see a starfighter flying through crews of Republic cruiser fleet ships. And as the user who leaked this footage actually said, each one of those ships is manned by a big crew of actual players. So that means you got little starfighters flying with people in them, and you got all these huge ships around. But unlike the Star Wars Battlefront 2, where in the spaceships you had one ship and all the other ones around were your allies that weren't really doing anything, now all these allied ships are actually being run by full crews of actual players. Mind equals blown. So I've actually started to give in to some of the rumors that Free Radical was actually developing a crappy game, and that's why the plug got pulled on them. But after seeing this recent gameplay, I'm pretty mad at LucasArts for pulling that plug. This game probably would have been in our hands by now had LucasArts not pulled the plug, and so I'm starting to hop back on the Free Radical fan bandwagon because this game looks amazing, hands down. I don't know, about 90% done. However, this was an alpha version of the game, not even a beta. And it just looks great. The mechanics are looking awesome. It's really everything I could have hoped for in Battlefront 3. And I'm just saying this based on, wow, this is a game, this footage is actually from 2008, from like internal documents and stuff at Free Radical. And it still manages to, you know, look amazing to today's standards. I mean, probably not amazing to today's standards, but I mean, to me, as a gamer today, I would play this. I mean, anything I could have hoped for Battlefront 2 to be upgraded to, this, the gameplay mechanics, how I see from here, the graphics, the world design, it looks great. And as you saw from before, there's a couple cutscenes even included in this. It looks like they were actually starting to build up a pretty rich story. From what I can tell from the cutscenes I've seen, we're going into a kind of Force Unleashed era where they'll execute Order 66. Now, it's kind of interesting because Battlefront 2 story picked up from executing Order 66. You start off what, Clone Wars maybe, around that era, then you go into Order 66, then Stormtroopers Galactic era, and so it's kind of interesting to see on this how they actually focused more, it looks like, in between that era of Revenge of the Sith to New Hope, the extermination of the Jedi, if you will. Now that Force Unleashed is kind of a non-canon story, maybe Battlefront 3 was working on an actual canon story in between there. I mean, I will admit there's not enough in between. All those Jedi didn't just disappear. You know, there was a lot of Jedi, and while a lot of them were exterminated by the clone troopers, we didn't see all of their stories. And so a game that actually will focus on the story of exterminating the Jedi actually looks like it could have been a good story. And I'm excited to see, or I was excited to see, what kind of story they developed with this game. Unfortunately, it does look like we're not going to be seeing Free Radical's story or anything from Free Radical, because they are now Crytek UK, and Battlefront 3 is not going anywhere near them. LucasArts, again, was developing Battlefront 3. We saw gameplay of that. It looks pretty amazing. I'm going to call LucasArts out on this and say that this alpha looks more amazing than that. So, I don't know. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below on what you think of this footage. I think it's amazing, and I really hope that with all this hype, we can actually get somebody to make Battlefront 3. Disney, if you're watching this, rather than flag my video down for copyright, which you'll probably do, and I will gladly counter it, why don't we just, work together here and actually create a game that fans want to see so you can make some money, make us happy, and maybe redeem yourself for ruining Star Wars? I don't know. Let's not get too opinionated here, guys. Anyway, this gameplay is sick. It's off the hook, and please go down in the description to check out the full gameplay by Blue Monkey. I appreciate you watching this new alpha gameplay. I think, like I said, it looks amazing, and I really hope Battlefront 3 comes out in the future. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next episode of the Star Wars Battlefront 3 show. If you're not familiar with the show, I give you all the news, updates, and even talk about some topics regarding Battlefront 3. The show is weekly, so you should stick around and watch those Star Wars videos. Thanks again.